possibly most Americans have never thought more about grocery shopping in their lives. And this is either because maybe you were a takeout family or you went out to eat a certain number of times a week, or you were maybe more like my family, where like we just went grocery shopping more frequently. It didn't seem like a thing to exhaustively plan for. And so, Frank, talk to us about, you recently went grocery shopping in your neighborhood where, well, a lot has been done to make grocery shopping feel safer. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so there's a couple new rules for when you go out shopping. One specifically, the item quantities you can get. We've put limits. Most of the grocery stores here have limited either to like something like 4 pounds of meat for per family, 2 items per family for other items, things like toilet paper and Purell, soap, things like that. The actual physical layout of the grocery stores have also changed. You'll see the aisles here are marked with red tape every 6 feet, and you no longer just queue up for a line anymore. You have to all go into one aisle that they have lined up, and then they flag you down to go to a specific register. And that's designed to, keep the minimum 6 feet of social distancing, and also kind of keep the employees at these grocery stores safe, because they also face, this is where they work, so they have to come in, and everybody needs to eat. I used to work in a grocery store when I was a kid, so everyone kind of knows what this stuff is like there.
Well, we've seen so much panic buying, and so I feel like what we're talking about right now is that like controlling of panic buying. Like what can we do to keep each other safe? What can we do to keep the supply chains intact?
Yeah, so simple limits like that, and also simple just kind of think about yourself in terms of like, okay, I mean, the amount of toilet paper that people are buying, we've been doing some creative math. I'm a data reporter, so it's like you'd have to use a real lot every day to get through that stuff in the foreseeable that you'll have it for it. I mean, it's something like 100 times a day you need to use toilet paper for some of the larger packages of it. So with limits like this, 2 per family, you can kind of control that stuff, unless people want to come back every day and buy another 2, or you've got your kids and you're sending your kids into the store and doing this kind of loop to get them. But it's mostly that's going to help.
Frank, thank you for that was really good math there, by the way. I wanted you to know I appreciate the math. But talk to us right now. You have these wait, can we pull that back up for just a second? You said plexiglass barriers at the checkouts to protect the workers, which is something I thought of when I went grocery shopping in Phoenix. We don't have all these things yet. It doesn't feel quite as urgent, or it hasn't grown in all of our grocery stores. This is reassuring to see that if your checkout people are showing up at work every day, which we deeply appreciate, that their stores are working harder to keep them safe from us.
Yeah. So they've put up these barriers. So you're like putting up your shopper card at the end of the window to have them scan it. You can't do as much small talk as you'd like to do anymore, because it's kind of like you're just trying to get out as fast as possible so they can get to work. You can see that. I mean, here that was he's flagging in a new person at this point from this picture. But yeah,
I'm sorry. You also mentioned like cashless pay options. I know a lot of us. I mean, I'm one of those people that I never bothered to activate my Apple Pay or my cards that have the little chips in them. I always was like, no, it's okay. But you were mentioning now seems like a good time to experiment with that.
Yeah. So now, I mean, we have you have these things on your phone. So you want to touch as little things as possible. Most people in the grocery stores have gloves, or they're wearing masks just when they're going out. They're like wiping down things that they're picking up off the shelf. So with cashless options like that, where you can kind of just put your phone up near the machine, don't have to touch anything with it. That's just think about it. If you can minimize your stuff.